There's been some pretty intense talk lately about artificial intelligence.
Definitely.
Even hearing whispers about it, having like the power of God, which, wow, that really sparks a lot of thoughts, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And, well, that's exactly what we're diving into
Yeah.
today.
Right.
Our kind of mission here is to look at the sources we have and really clarify what AI actually is and what it isn't.
Right, separating the sort of science fiction and hype from the facts on the ground.
Exactly. What's actually real based on the evidence.
Fantastic. And we've got some really clear material here that addresses this whole godlike AI idea head on.
Yeah,
So let's get right into it. Fundamentally, AI is a tool. Yeah, something we built.
precisely. That's the core of it. I mean, think about it. AI runs on code we write,
Mm-hmm.
on hardware we build,
Hmm.
using data we feed it. There's no, divine spark, no consciousness stirring inside.
Soul, no independent thought.
None of that. It's an incredibly sophisticated instrument, absolutely, but still an instrument made by human minds, human hands.
Okay, so if it is a tool, what are the really crucial things it just can't do? The sources seem pretty direct about its limitations.
Yeah, they list some key things. And it's fascinating when you lay it out. AI lacks consciousness.
Right.
It doesn't have a soul or emotions, and critically, no free will.
So it can't just decide to do something totally new on its own.
Exactly. It can't operate outside its programming parameters without human input. And it certainly can't, spontaneously create itself or something.
Right. Okay. But it can do some amazing things. I mean, conversations, writing articles, making images, analyzing tons of data.
Oh, for sure. The capabilities are impressive.
But what's actually driving that? What's the engine, so to speak?
Well, that really comes down to pattern recognition. That's the key phrase.
Pattern recognition.
Yeah. It's basically AI identifying and replicating relationships it finds in the huge data sets it's trained on.
So, like, it sees that certain words often appear together.
Exactly. Or that certain pixel arrangements usually mean cat, but it doesn't understand cat or the meaning of the words. It's mimicking structure, not comprehending substance.
Ah, okay. So when it seems really creative or like it understands, it's more like it's just extremely good at spotting and reproducing patterns it's seen before.
That's a great way to put it. It's sophisticated mimicry, not genuine, original thought or belief.
What about some concrete limits then?
Yep.
Things it absolutely cannot do.
The source material gives some clear examples, like AI can't just cure all diseases overnight. It can't reliably predict the future. It can't experience human emotions, love, forgiveness, grief.
Things we might associate with, well, a higher power or consciousness.
Precisely. It doesn't possess universal knowledge, can't control the laws of nature. It operates within the bounds of data and algorithms, not divinity.
And makes mistakes too, right? It's not infallible. We hear about errors, bias.
Absolute critical point. AI is definitely prone to errors. It can generate biased outputs, often reflecting biases in the data it learned from. And it can even be manipulated or tricked. These aren't exactly traits you'd associate with an all-knowing, all-powerful being.
Which loops back to us, humans. We're behind every single AI model.
Yeah, we create them, we train them, we test them, we decide how and where to deploy them.
So if you connect the dots, the AI kind of reflects us, our values, our flaws.
In a way, yes. Any harm caused by AI isn't some autonomous machine acting out. It stems from human decisions, how it was built, what data was used, how it's being applied or maybe misused.
It's hard not to think about science fiction here.
Yeah.
Movies like The Matrix, Terminator,
Mm-hmm.
they often paint AI as this godlike, maybe malevolent force.
Oh, yeah. Those stories are powerful. They really capture the imagination, don't they?
They do.
But the key takeaway from our sources is, well, these are fictional narratives.
Entertainment, or maybe warnings.
Exactly. Entertainment, cautionary tales, maybe. But they aren't scientific predictions of where AI is actually heading.
Right. So the reality as we're seeing it here is maybe less digital God and more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe like a super calculator with language skills.
Yeah, something like that. Powerful, yes, but still a machine.
And, touching on religious perspectives briefly, the sources remind us AI has no divine origin.
No spiritual side.
Right. No soul, no moral compass of its own. It can't replace faith or prayer or purpose. For many people of faith, there's a clear line. Humans are seen as created in God's image, whereas AI, well, it's created from human logic and code.
So pulling this all together then, what's
What?
the main thing for you, the listener, to remember when you hear these claims about AI having godlike power?
I think the core message is this. AI is an incredibly powerful human invention, maybe comparable to discovering fire or electricity or the internet.
Game-changing tools.
Exactly. Tools with immense potential for good and also potential for harm. But at the end of the day, it remains fundamentally a tool, not a deity. It's under human control.
Okay, so here's a final thought to leave you with. If we really internalize that AI is just a tool, a very powerful one, but still a tool, how does that shift how we think about its potential? Maybe more importantly, how does it change our understanding of the responsibilities, our responsibilities as its creators and users?